planning on stealing something?
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No.
Where do you get off?
Just a couple of people who totally got off, bro.
Hey, show us your basement.
What? No.
Hello and welcome back to Show Us Your Basement. I am your host, Alberto, and I am joined with Josh and Eric. Edgar, as always, is in the ether. Thank you for joining, listening in on this podcast. As always, really appreciate all of you who do take the time to listen to these episodes. Go ahead.
I thought I was supposed to do the intro moving forward.
No. Okay, there you go. Let's go.
Josh, look, I rewatched the last.
Welcome
episode.
to another episode of Show Us Your Basement. Right. We can have a gayo time and talk about movies with greatness in basement.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the Josh intro. I'll be sure to cut that out when we actually upload it. Josh, you know what? It was better than last time. I'll say that. You can probably put your finger down. It's root to point. I don't know if they taught you that when you were younger, but thank you for listening. And as always, really appreciate it. So go ahead, click like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Share this with your Christopher Nolan friends, because this one's going to be an episode where we talk about, once again,
And
Nolan.
follow Albert, who on TikTok, which he hasn't done any videos lately.
And I've done some. I've done a few. I just haven't done one in a minute, but I've done some.
Which,
you know what?
What's your handle
Okay,
on
all right.
TikTok?
Well, you know what? Since we're talking about, just delegating these things to other people, Josh, you have done the intro. Eric and Edgar, how come you haven't done any social media for the podcast?
Josh hasn't.
Let's do that. Let's ask that question.
Josh hasn't.
Starting
Don't
with
bring me into this, Edgar. This is an Edgar problem to me. So
Edgar, go ahead. Why haven't you done any social media posts for Show Us Your Basement? Silence.
Yeah.
Silence, just like his presence on social media. Eric, I know you've done stuff for Poor Man Sports. How come we haven't heard your takes on Show Us Your Basement?
I need to be more participant, more present.
Me too.
I can certainly contribute. So I have certainly let the group down by not.
so professional and PC. I appreciate it.
Just telling you the truth. Speaking my truth.
To be fair, he did do that Badlands review.
Oh yeah, that was
So
a
he
good
has one more.
Yeah,
Edgar and I. So
that is true. But that was
Yeah,
a year ago now, almost.
oh, okay.
It was
It was a while.
It was a while. But I'm sure we'll be seeing more videos of Eric on Poor Man Sports here soon.
Yes, Josh, we're gonna need. It's gonna be August. We need to gear up, dude.
Gear up.
Yes,
It's almost time.
it is almost that time of year again, and
It is almost that time, baby.
so strap in if you're a fan of me and Josh and Eric. You can go and watch us on Poor Man Sports. Those episodes will be dropping as soon as Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. So, other than that, before we get into the main topic of tonight, there are some updates. So, as of the time of this recording, San Diego Comic-Con, I believe, has officially wrapped up. There have been a lot of announcements.
Where?
A lot of trailers and a lot of stuff has been shown off on Comic-Con. So, we're going to...
San Diego?
Where do you
Great
think...
way.
where
You're
Okay.
going in a great direction right now, and I like it.
Yes.
And I will put my 2 cents in and when it's time.
Yes. Please save your thoughts here, Eric, in just a second. So, first, I guess, first thing we should talk about is, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the San Diego Comic-Con stuff that's been shown, there's been a new Resident Evil trailer that has dropped a few days ago. Zach Krager, who is known for Weapons and Barbarian. Josh, who has been critical of his endings. Am I correct? You don't dislike Zach Krager, but you don't see the full potential yet of his work.
That is correct. I don't think he can end a movie. But he only has 2 movies, and it's unfortunately 0-2 to me. So
Okay, well, that's fine. And Eric, you have seen Weapons. You've enjoyed that a little bit more than Barbarian. If you want to see our thoughts on that movie, go and look back on our playlist. You can find one there. But short recap, Eric, you were a little bit more positive on Krager's work.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Barbarian was the ending. I don't need to speak more to it. We talked about how the way it ended.
Yeah.
And Weapons was on the fringes for me, but I still enjoy the work. I still think there's a lot of room for growth, and I think we'll see it hopefully. But if we go down this road of a third and a fourth, and we can't tie this up, then Josh is going to be the one with the last laugh.
Yeah, that is true. He does. He will say that he told us so, and you know what? That's totally valid. But this new trailer of Resident Evil, I watched it. I'm sure all of you have seen it. This gives us a little bit more of insight into the, I guess, plot, which we kind of already knew what it was going to be about. It's about a medical courier that's going on one last job to deliver this package or this case or whatever, this box, to Raccoon City during the events of the outbreak that happens in Raccoon City. This is completely unrelated to everything that's going on in the video games. So that's a kind of a good way to bring in people who have not played the games at all or are casual fans of the game. I'm sure as Eric is, have you played any of the Resident Evil games at all?
Because I never had a PlayStation.
Okay. Oh, you were okay, got it. You were a Nintendo or Sega?
I had Nintendo and Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. It's not a bad combination. So yeah, Resident Evil, the movie, Zach Krager's version of it. A lot of people have been giving it some flack. Josh, have you been hearing about the kind of like, oh, it's not canon because it's snowing and it doesn't snow in the game and it's in the 90s and this one's modern. It's like these little like nitpicks about how it's not really true to the source material. And I, for one, am just like completely like these people are brain dead. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're not real fans.
I think that's the world that we live in, right? Is we the people, not us specifically, but we intend to assume that the worst out of everything, especially in cinema, before it's even out. I think it looks fine. I don't think it looks bad. I enjoyed the trailer. My only worry is that it's going to. Am I choppy?
No.
A little bit, but it's fine. We can still hear you. So.
Okay. My only fear is that he has stated that there's like survival horror in it, which is exciting. Sounds like a true Resident Evil game. Mm-hmm. But my fear is that it may be too far away from Resident Evil, therefore it's not really a Resident Evil movie. Mm-hmm. That's just my only fear, and regardless whether it's not, I'm not saying that doing that is going to make it a bad movie.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's cheating a little bit,
like playing it safe, kind of.
Like playing it too safe, Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but I'm optimistic. I'm interested, but that's just my only thought of it as of right now. And then of course, how's it going to end? So
yeah, it's going to end by starting with Leon getting into Raccoon City, which would also be
cool.
That'd be kind of cool. But that, like Josh has said, to be like cheating, because then you're just starting the game. basically. I don't know. Eric, have you seen the trailer? I know you're kind of like the kind of person that tries to stay away from the marketing and the trailers for movies and stuff. Is this the case with this movie, or did you catch the trailer?
I have seen the trailers that have been shown in the theaters.
Okay.
And without knowing any of the source material and without playing the games, I'm actually very interested in seeing this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you guys played the games.
Yeah.
But I certainly understand the buffoonery and the excessive nitpicking from fans about it's snowing and like. Okay,
these little stupid
I've said this before. They've continuously made Resident Evil movies. They've not been good. It's over and over and over again.
Yeah.
There's a pattern. Time to get off the pattern here. The game is well established. This isn't going to ruin the game. Like, it's established. If you want the story, you got to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
Yep.
If you want a movie, let these guys be creative, and you have to go off the beaten path. You do. It doesn't work. You can't cram the exact material into a movie. It just doesn't work that way. You do need to have core story arc, I think, to it, to some degree, absolutely. There's got to be like a core to it, but let this man cook. I actually think it looks very good.
Okay.
There's a lot of potential here, so I'm actually thinking about seeing this movie. Like, I see the trailer and I'm like, this actually looks like something I would go see.
Same. I mean, me and Eddie are gonna be seated, so maybe we'll see you in the theaters, Eric. Josh, perhaps maybe this could be a movie we all come together and watch. I don't know. We'll see. Edgar, what are your thoughts on?
Yeah, I think I said it before in the podcast. This is like one of my most anticipated films of the year. So to see a little bit more of this trailer was more exciting to see. Mm-hmm. Like, it kind of shows off like a little bit of the video game, right? He gets a gun, he has to find bullets, he has to, basic Resident Evil stuff. Mm-hmm. What threw me off was that zombie running back to the farmhouse.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the one that he ran over.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you too, I think the highlight of that film is going to be the zombies falling off the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Which we saw that in the trailer, so there's no spoilers. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of curious, I agree with that. Josh, how is it going to end? I'm kind of see what is it going to lead up to? Mm-hmm. I don't know, Umbrella or whatever,
Yeah.
So I was really excited.
Yeah, what I like Josh was saying, it does look a little bit. Well, it doesn't have the same kind of vibe as the games do in terms of obviously the aesthetic that the games have, the characters and stuff like that. But the spirit of the video games are there. Like Krager said, that there's going to be first person sequences.
Really?
Where it's going to be all in first person, kind of how it reminds you of RE7, or it's going to be over the shoulder. The camera's going to swing over to when the character moves to the left. It kind of gives you the vibe of
the game,
playing the game.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. I think that's really cool. But maybe Josh will agree with me on this. I want to make it known. I'm excited for this movie. I'm definitely excited.
This is the first movie for me that I noticed that it didn't have no reshoots. Everyone it tested positive,
and it was efficiently done.
Yeah. So,
but because Josh brought up a good point, this movie might be playing it too safe. So, Josh, do you think that the Street Fighter movie is taking more of a risk than the Resident Evil movie?
Oh God.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. They're going all out, balls deep with this movie. They don't care. I think the chances of Street Fighter being terrible are extremely likely.
Yeah.
There could be a chance that it could be good. I doubt it. But I think I'm going to have a good time watching it, is what I'm hopeful for.
No doubt. Yeah.
So, yeah, because I think if Eric goes in and watches Resident Evil, no matter if they play it safe or not, it's a good movie. He's going to enjoy it. But the fan in you kind of always wants more when it comes to these like video game movies, these comic book movies, right? So like the premise of like Resident Evil, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, is it's survival horror with zombies, and then you have the Titans,
Yes,
right?
like the monsters and stuff. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: let's say they like, what if zombies were like very bare minimal in the background, no Titans, and then they replace the zombies with like other types of new monsters? Does it feel like a Resident Evil movie?
Oh, let me take this.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
At this point, like Resident Evil, it's fucking, it's not like bad to say that it's at this point like ridiculous with its creatures and monster designs. We fucking have werewolves and vampires already. So I won't be surprised if Zach Kreger brings in the fucking like I don't know, like some type of
Different kind of
monster that yeah. So it's not too off the path of Resident Evil. You know, so I don't like that. And again, in the trailer, that big fat guy. Supposedly, that's like a.
That's right. Yeah, in the sewer.
That's a tyrant, basically, or some
Or
type of.
or this movie's version of like a tyrant.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
As long as it does give me that same vibe as the video games, I think I'll be fine with whatever Zach Kreger puts in this film. I think he has said that there's not going to be as many zombies. Like, that's not going to be the focal point. That it's really focused on the BOWs, like the actual like monsters, which has always been kind of the more interesting things about Resident Evil, like the hunters in the mansion, the dogs in the mansion, or like you know Mr. X in Resident Evil 2.
That's one thing we haven't seen in live action, were the hunters. So
the hunters, yeah, that is. So yeah, I mean, look, there's been a lot of discourse about this. I'm gonna just finish by saying this: Resident Evil 7 was probably the closest to a non-Resident Evil game when it came out. It didn't have any zombies. It had a different enemy type. It didn't have any mention of Umbrella till the very, very end. Supposedly, the Chris that we saw at the end of that game didn't look anything like Chris. Like, it was so not Resident Evil. And it was in first person also, like, which was so new to the fans, right? And yet it felt like Resident Evil because you did the puzzles. You got to put together parts to make a flamethrower. You got to like unlock new areas. You go back to the areas, and it felt like Resident Evil without giving you all those core elements of like Resident Evil, the characters and such.
To be fair, and to kind of argue a little bit, they had so much to lose because Resident Evil was going downhill. They had to change it up. And I would also argue that zombies were only in probably really the first three Resident Evil movies. I feel like 4 and 5.
That's it.
4 and 5.
They were more like
maybe 5 and 6. They weren't really zombies.
Yeah,
6 had zombies, but it had it for one part of the game, right? Like they reintroduced it, but that was it. So you're right. Like they didn't have zombies and like until or after 3. So you're definitely right. Which Resident Evil 4, they had to change everything too because Resident Evil was also going again downhill, right? It was the same formula, everything. So all I'm saying is, it's not new.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing to change things up a bit.
As long as it feels like a Resident Evil movie.
Agreed.
Right.
Speaking of taking risks, though, it seems like there's one particular reveal here during San Diego Comic-Con. Well, first off, before leading up to Comic-Con, this past Monday, the trailer for Doomsday came out. We finally got a full trailer for Marvel's Avengers Doomsday. First, let's talk about the trailer. Let's get into it. Josh, you've seen it. I've seen it. Eric, have you seen it?
I have not.
No.
Is it because you don't care or because you just have the time?
I haven't. It's not a matter of not caring. It just hasn't come across.
Oh.
I guess I just haven't. It hasn't like shown up. I don't get on social media very often,
Okay.
so that's part of it.
Yeah.
I have very little social media interaction, so this just has not fallen in my lap. It's the same thing with Resident Evil. I've only seen the trailer that's been showcased in the theater.
Gotcha. Okay. So we were in the group chat. We have a group chat where we talk about these things, and I told Josh that the trailer showed so much and said little. It didn't really like give us much, which is kind of on par for like the Endgame trailer. If you watch the Endgame trailer, you don't have any idea what the hell's going on.
Endgame, I thought it was Infinity War.
I'm more speaking to the Endgame
okay.
trailer. I feel like in comparison to like the tone, I feel like Endgame and Doomsday are more similar. And so with Doomsday, the trailer was just sort of like, I don't know. I'm not excited, and I'm kind of sad that I'm not excited as of this moment. Am I still gonna go watch it? Of course. I mean, we're all gonna go see this movie, and report back on the podcast. But I just don't see. I don't see the like. I'm not jumping in my seat. I'm not getting ready to fucking click on the order the tickets and I'm not in that state of excitement for Doomsday. And Edgar, you probably feel the same way as well. You felt this way like fucking before the Doomsday trailer even came out. Edgar, you've kind of been not on the hype train.
No.
Josh, what did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there are moments that I appreciated about it. It's definitely nostalgic. That's all it really is. Do I think it's going to be the highest grossing movie of the year?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. It's coming up with Dune. You think Dune is not gonna?
I think Dune will be the better movie. I think Avengers Doomsday will be the highest gross movie.
I agree with Josh.
All right.
I knew you would, Edgar. I knew you would.
Yeah.
It's just. Oh, sorry. It's just. It doesn't have a like in the past Marvel movies. There's a lead up to the Endgame, to Infinity War. This one didn't. Mm-mm. There's no connection to these Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four and Thor. They're just throwing shit fucking characters in there.
Yeah.
This, the other ones, it was a build up. It was a lead up. That's why for me, it was like, it just feels the same. Yeah, we have the Russo brothers, they probably could do great. But besides that, you're just recycling the same fucking shit. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm not that excited with this one.
A Marvel movie recycling the same shit.
It is. It's just like you said, it reminds me of in the Endgame trailer.
Yeah. Josh, yes, you're right. They do recycle. Wow, what's such a revelation that we never knew that you're so on point, Josh.
The only reason why they're recycling because their stupid TV series failed. None of them was.
That's a part of it.
Please.
Well, please.
Marvel recycles so much shit that, to the point because we fall for it.
Yeah.
And I'll get more to that later.
No, please get into it now.
Come on, Josh.
We would love to hear it.
I agree. Come on, man.
We're on your side, Josh.
We all want to see these characters on the big screen. Iron Man, Doctor Doom, Captain America, Thanos, whoever, right?
Yeah.
That if they give us like a mediocre story, recycled movie over and over, I've said this in other podcasts as well, we at the end of the day will go out of our way to watch these movies.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
You know, they should
And
give.
I think
sorry.
Marvel will, and I think Marvel, they're going to keep doing that. Their backs are up against the wall. They have to take a lot of risks, and in doing so, and it does sound fun. Don't get me wrong, right? Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's coming back. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine's obviously going to be in it. Right now, we have Channing Tatum's Gambit. Right, the OG X-Men is going to be in it.
Yep. Go ahead.
They should-
They're setting us up to be interested in some way
And they're
and fall
winning.
for it.
They're,
And see it.
yeah, they're doing a good job. What were you gonna say?
They should just gave us Secret Wars.
They
I
are.
think-
That's the next one.
Yeah, but that it's at this point is already like I don't want to watch it anymore.
It's Look, I mean, look, we're
'Cause,
getting into it now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of the biggest thing is I did manage to watch the leaked trailer that they showed for San Diego Comic-Con because they showed a second trailer for Doomsday. I don't know if you guys managed to
All right, tell me.
see it.
No.
They showed more of the same thing that we've seen in the first trailer.
Uh-huh.
We get to hear more of Doctor Doom.
Sure.
Which what are your thoughts on his voice?
And I don't care.
Does he sound like Nosferatu to you? I don't. Did you get that vibe, Josh? No. Okay, maybe it was just me.
No.
I mean, it's RDJ's voice, and I think I don't hear it at all in his voice. But anyways, the second trailer. Without getting too into spoiler territory,
I don't care. Just tell me.
no, I'm not going to spoil it on the podcast. But I will say this: if you were on social media about a month ago, you may have seen some leaked video that people were claiming was AI. Turned out it wasn't. They show that in this trailer, which basically confirms what we've seen in those leaks. So, to me, at least, when I saw that leaked second trailer of Doomsday, I was like, "Oh, okay." So this is like I've already seen most of the movie. Then, like, I know what the climax is gonna look like. I know what it's gonna include, and like the mystique is kind of no pun intended is kind of fading a little bit for me for this film. You know?
Tell me what was it?
What do you mean? I'll tell you off the podcast. I don't want to spoil it for the guys if they haven't seen it or care.
Eric doesn't care.
Eric, do you care?
Care little.
See?
He says he cares a little, so that's enough for me. So yeah, look, we also got the announcement of a Ghost Rider film. Ryan Gosling starring as Ghost Rider. It's another one of those things where, like, yeah, okay, I saw that coming. Like, there was rumors of him playing Ghost Rider for a while.
Black Panther.
And then we got the announcement of the new Black Panther, which was the only thing that kind of had me excited because Ryan Coogler's coming back, and we got a new actor playing Black Panther. Like that's kind of cool. But other than that, like, and I know they're saving a lot of this for their own because I think Marvel has their own like fucking convention where they announce stuff, so they're waiting for that to reveal more stuff. But this just felt so like soulless. Am I wrong in that assessment, Josh? Did you feel the same way when you were watching these announcements roll in?
Yeah, there's just no expectation and very little of it, fortunately.
You know what? Sorry. DC's doing it right, even though they're like the last one kind of bombed, Supergirl. Mm-hmm. At least DC's giving love to the comics and the fucking movies and maybe TV series.
Are they though?
They just announced the Batman crossover with the Absolute.
Oh, you're talking about comic books?
Yes.
I was gonna say with the movie they delayed the Batman again.
Oh, then yeah.
Just saying.
I'm just saying too, but at least DC's doing service to fans. Mm-hmm. We're getting an animated series of Absolute Batman 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like at least they're doing service to us, like giving us comic books. You want comic books? Okay, here you go. You want movies? Here you go.
Yeah.
Marvel was like, we casted a new Ghost Rider. Okay.
Yeah.
And they gave us a Doomsday trailer. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
What else? That was it. No new X-Men. No updates on the Blade movie.
Well, that's been.
I know, but I'm just saying stuff like that.
We're not gonna see that movie. Yeah, it just. I don't know, man. Comic-Con used to be a place where, or an event that I would be excited to see these new trailers and stuff like that for. But yeah, Eric, you have. What are your thoughts on all this? I'm sure you said you have your 2 cents you wanted to, or was that on a different topic? I don't.
It's a bit of a side quest.
That's fine.
So, San Diego Comic-Con is always an exciting time for everything that we're talking about. There's a lot to talk about. A lot of great announcements for movies, new comic lines, new action figures.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is where I'm going with this. And unfortunately, we found out that NECA will no longer be making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the end of the year.
Oh, I think I heard of that.
Lost
Yeah.
they will not have the licensing.
Oh.
And it was disappointing because they showed the NECA Turtles, and I knew right away it was very slim pickings on what they had for the lineup. And they announced that it will be the last releases of every lineup. So unfortunately, the TMNT Nickelodeon will be cut short. We're only going to get Casey Jones, Splinter, and Metalhead as the next rollout. There was a prototype of Slash, but I don't think we're going to see him.
Damn.
And I'm disappointed. And it's already begun. If you go to Target, you can't find them anymore. They're already clearancing them out. And it's sad. This has been 20 years of making... I'm a NECA guy, and you guys know this.
Yeah.
Josh has known this forever. I think that they have made the best action figures for the Turtles, plucking them right out of the comics, right out of the cartoons, right out of the movies, and delivering it to you in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been so precise, so detailed, and giving you everything you want. And it's sad. It's a sad time, and this is all linked because it's moving to Mattel.
Oh,
shit.
And
Because Playmates is done also after 3 years. They were there since the beginning. And maybe there's hope they can get a contract negotiated, but the way they're clearancing things out now, you can get them at Ross. Somebody said you can find them clearance at Ross. And guess what? I went to a Ross, and
oh shit, did
I
you
found
find
this
it?
for $30 at Ross.
Okay.
Josh, $30. This was like 65, I think, when it was released. So very disappointing to see it go. I also found this one at Ross. I'd never seen it. I knew it existed.
Which
Old Man Raphael. What a great figure this is from the Mirage line.
Open
it's-
it. Open it.
No, definitely not. But it
Take it
got
out of
me
the box.
I went ahead and added some real gems
Not
to
worth
the
anything
wall.
anymore.
I don't know if you remember this guy, Josh,
Oh,
from Tournament Fighters.
that's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I've had this for a while. This is a very hard one to come by. It's a loot crate.
Shark.
Yeah, he was the shark. And now I want to point this one out because this is a very rare one.
Ooh.
Scrag. He was one of the punks from the very early episodes.
Purple dragons.
And he has like his he was a part of the crew with Bebop and Rocksteady when they were chasing her in the sewer. The very first episode.
Oh, okay.
And he has a little mouse because they show him get mutated one time. So it's just sad that we're not going to see this kind of stuff anymore. These deep cuts of perfection, and it's all gone now. It's going to be gone, and it's disappointing.
I got a question
It's
for
just-
Eric.
Yeah,
Same thing like with the Pops, right? Like, there's rumors like after I don't even know if they're in bankruptcy anymore. I haven't heard anything, no updates.
I think they've salvaged
Oh, okay,
themselves.
okay.
I
But there
don't
was
know, though.
there was rumors like if they did, Pops are gonna go up, right? Is this the same thing with the NECA TMNT? You know, once they're done, like, or previous releases of Ninja Turtles will be like sought after, you think?
Yes, I think so now, because
Oh.
now that they're going to stop making them, my belief is once it's done. I mean, they didn't make them infinitely anyway, but they always had a continual run, to continue to add.
Uh-huh.
I think now, I think what's going to happen is time is going to progress, and we're never going to see another company make what they were able to do, and I think they will become very sought after. I think there are certainly going to be certain figures more than others that will be in this pantheon of Holy Grail, and I have a tremendous amount of them, and I'm happy that I do. So,
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
and I did tell you guys, I've said this, like, what is the end game? Well, the end game is going to be they're not going to make them anymore. So that might be it. There's still, look, NECA still has a long. They have a lot of licensing, and they have some very intriguing figures of other things out there. They're always going to be producing and making incredible figures from other lineups. So they will continue to do Aliens and Predator. I saw they got a Badlands lineup coming out here, which looked very good. Very, very good. They have a very interesting Sesame Street one that's coming out. I'm not a Sesame Street guy, but the figures look amazing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So
I saw those.
it's sad. It's disappointing. My hope is maybe they can work things out with Mattel and get licensing back, but as of right now, it's over. And I think, and Josh knows this, the Nickelodeon TMNT line was what I'd been waiting for so long, and they finally started doing it, and
Oh, so okay.
they're cutting it short.
They
Got to cut it short.
Shit. Okay.
There's only going to be about 8 or 9 of those figures now, so
Damn.
disappointing.
You know, this kind of brings up a good transition to one of the things we're going to talk about. This like loss of physical, just physical collecting, physical media of Target is no longer carrying movies. Best Buy has already done away with movies. Now we're getting sort of the end of
NECA.
some of the NECA toys. Josh and Eric, I don't know if you're as well versed in the video game world. I doubt you would not have been able to avoid this, but like Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out in November with no disc. It's discless. It's just a box. You're paying for a box. It's all digital, and it really does make you think about the preservation of physical media. But also, it makes you think about who are truly the last greats of these media, like these mediums, right? You got like NECA, who now sucks
Without the
what they're doing with
TNT,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rockstar, which is like such a colossal company, and now they're going away with the physical version of the games and stuff. We've been talking about streaming and how movies are being put on streaming. People will not go to the movie theaters to go watch films because they'd rather wait until it comes out and just stream it. Masters of the Universe, which came out like 3-4 weeks ago, is now on Amazon Prime. Like, you can just watch it and stream it. And it's like, what's the fucking point to go to the movie theaters nowadays? And, well, Christopher Nolan is still making it known that if you're gonna go watch his film, you better go watch it in movie theaters.
and IMAX.
And in IMAX. And it's safe to say this is probably the like summer blockbuster of the year so far. The Odyssey, which I, Josh, and Eric have seen, and that kind of brings a bit of hope to me, to make me feel like, you know what, cinema is still not dead. You will still have your fucking Marvel films, Marvel doing their version of IMAX with fucking Infinity Vision. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It just makes me feel like, you know what, goddamn, man, we still have Christopher Nolan still championing cinema and film, and Odyssey is just another notch on his record of greatness. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Odyssey is probably my movie of the year. I really, really fucking enjoyed this film. And this is coming from someone who has not read the source material. I didn't read the poem, the book. I did a little recap of it before going to the theaters to watch it, and this movie blew me away. Josh, you managed to watch this in IMAX, the way it's meant to be seen. What were your expectations going in, and what were what did you think walking out of the theater?
I'm actually more interested in Eric.
Oh,
Skip
okay.
real quick.
All right. Well,
I actually want to hear from Eric.
We'll hold off on your thoughts, Eric. You actually are fresh off of watching The Odyssey. You saw this movie yesterday, so still fresh in your mind. What did you think of it?
How far are you wanting me to go with this?
We're going deep. Spoiler territory, all of it. Everything.
So I've mentioned in previous episodes that I really value the tangible world shot in a real life scene, something that is not molested by heavy amounts of CGI.
Molested by, it's a good word choice.
And this movie delivered that fully. It really immersed you into a place that felt real while being fantasy at the same time. The way he captured the costume design, the world around it, the fighting scenes, there was so much intensity, so much emotion. It just captured your attention. And you were locked in from beginning to end. Now, the dialogue I found to be very stale.
Oh.
And uninteresting.
Oh.
Matt Damon's not that guy.
Oh.
He's just not that guy. Not for this role. I think he's a
Tom.
great actor. I think he has served well in the industry. But he's not that guy. His deliverance of moments with dialogue were flat. I really like Tom Holland. He's a very watchable actor. It's very likable. He lacked intensity. He lacked belief. There was nothing about him that felt like he was heir to the throne. And John Bernthal.
Oh.
John Bernthal has a place in the industry. He has one. He's very good in certain moments. He has no range. He has no range. He is the same guy. Oh man, just gotta get up and do it.
That's
like
a good
Frank
impression.
Castle.
No.
Let me tell you something, man.
Frank Castle was inserted into this film.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't stick with me.
Nope. Okay.
At all.
All right.
I even thought Anne Hathaway was a little stale at times.
What?
Very stale. Just the dialogue wasn't very good. And it was awkward at times. And it was just flat and it just didn't deliver for me. And, and then in the end, Matt Damon is fighting off hordes of suitors.
Yeah.
And he's getting stabbed, and then he's crawling to Anne Hathaway's lap
Is he?
And she's like, no, you can't die. He's like, oh, I'm not dying. Don't worry. We're going to go sail up the West Coast and chase the sun and live our lives and honor the fallen soldiers that sailed with me. Like, what? This is supposed
I'm
to
pretty
be
sure
like...
he didn't say it like that, but go ahead.
Well, I'm paraphrasing. Because it was corny. It was tacky. This is kind of true with a lot of Nolan movies. There is dialogue, whether it's Christian Bale's Batman voice, to whatever else is going on. It just was so bizarre. This was such a bizarre movie for me because I was really engaged in it from start to finish.
Yeah,
And
the use of the word bizarre when you've seen Backrooms is mesmerizing, because I would have thought Backrooms was bizarre for you.
But Backrooms actually made sense in terms of how they casted and wrote the dialogue.
Okay.
It fit. This didn't feel like it fit at all. This was some heavy hitting names, A-list actors, prime time, that felt very out of place.
Even Robert Pattinson.
And I don't know if it was maybe out of place or Christopher Nolan doesn't know how to deliver dialogue. I don't know which one it is, right? So, again, though, there was a lot of criticism to this movie. This movie was heavily criticized before it came out by some, unfairly. I don't think that their criticism lived up to what it really was. Mm-hmm. Being concerned about Helen of Troy being black and I can't remember the guy's name.
Oh, Elliot Page.
Ellen Page, who served all but maybe 10 minutes. And actually wasn't that bad. Served their purpose well. So it just goes to show, like, we're overreacting to some of these things, and it doesn't really matter, right? But again, great costume design, great monster scenes, really bad dialogue. Really bad dialogue. That was hard for me. And I'm having a difficult time where to place this movie. Really difficult time. I don't know if I would ever watch this movie again. And some of that's more geared towards the length of it. But, there was like moments with John Leguizamo where I liked him.
Oh my God.
But it was just kind of weak. Like, he gets kind of just beat up and picked on, but he's always
old and blind.
Right, but he's like getting kind of picked on and beat up, and you think he's going to be dead, and then he's not, and then we're going to get you back into the castle. Don't worry. Like, deliver us something that's like going to take your breath away. Like, eliminate one of these characters. Do it in a way that is like devastating, and it just never happened. There was never like a devastating moment like that. So,
go ahead, Eric. I know what you want to say. First, what would have been your ranking if we had gone to the old ranking? And then, what is your ranking now?
I'm going to put the movie in greatness.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
I am. Because I was engaged from beginning to end.
Wait. That's a M. Night Shyamalan twist there. Wait, Eric, hold on, Eric. You spent like 4 or 5 minutes like bashing the movie. That's still greatness?
The cinematography was phenomenal. It was brilliant.
That carried it?
And yeah, the scenes of action and the costume design, it has you really in the movie. I know I'm picking at the dialogue, and I really am.
Yeah, and the acting.
But I've seen worse. Look, remember, we're talking about Christopher Nolan here. This is a different type of hierarchy. Okay? It's a different type of hierarchy. I don't see enough to make a basement, though. But I am being hard on it because of it's Christopher Nolan. So.
You really... okay. I just don't know. It's okay if you want to say it's basement, Eric. I mean, it's
It's not about being if it's okay. I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. It was not a waste of my time.
Josh. Do you believe that he enjoyed the movie?
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, listening to you for the last 5 to 10 minutes, I feel like I just got stupid.
Oh, whoa. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I disagree with you 100% on the dialogue. I think the acting was phenomenal. I will say that in the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was weary of the dialogue.
Is it because it's Travis Scott?
There was something about the no. It wasn't. No, I actually I liked Travis Scott, and I understand why he was in that movie. The daddy scene kind of threw me off. You know, when Robert Pattinson was talking to Tom Holland, and the daddy comment back and forth. Kind of felt like I was like, oh, this is kind of cringe, and it wasn't cringe because the dialogue was bad. It was me trying to adjust in the moment while knowing that Christopher Nolan was trying to make the dialogue more modern, which was, in my opinion, kind of a risk. Okay. Because typically, like in a movie like that, and I don't even think they even said this during that time, but like, I'm like, oh, why is he saying daddy? Why not father? But then I felt like I was just nitpicky. It was unnecessary, and to me, the dialogue was actually fine throughout the movie. I don't think Christopher Nolan actually has a dialogue problem at all, especially when it comes to like that moment, that scene, that speech. I think he can actually execute it really well. I think the acting was phenomenal. I think Anne Hathaway was extremely believable. I felt where she was going. I felt where she was coming from. I loved Elliot Page in the movie, seeing it from his perspective, and then from Matt Damon's perspective, and then all coming full circle when they meet in the graveyard scene. Obviously, it's not the graveyard; it's not an actual graveyard, but I don't remember what it's called, so I'm just going to call it that. Say again.
Hades, when he visits Hades.
Oh, or Hades. And I think Matt Damon's going to be nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
I think so too.
I think his performance was astonishing.
It was.
I think from start to finish and what he was depicted as this movie, he executed it brilliantly.
I don't think he was that great. Okay.
You didn't even see the movie. Okay. You're on your own fucking Odyssey, dude. Don't. You're on like the 5th rewatch of The Crow. So.
This is greatness. This is by far one of the greatest movies I've seen in a while, actually on this level. I look forward to when this movie comes out. I hope it comes out on Blu-ray 4K. I'm gonna go buy it, and I see myself watching it. Yeah. I can actually dissect this movie as well, and it is so brilliant. It is so brilliant. Even from him changing up a lot of the story, keeping some of the elements in. I have no problem with that. It was executed well. It is greatness. I have not seen a movie like this in a long time. I have not felt this way in a movie theater in a long time. Yeah, greatness. I'll leave it at that for as of right now.
Also, fun fact: did you guys know that scene in Hades, like those people that like started like they came out of the ground, like they were actually buried.
They were legitimately buried.
Yeah,
they were legit buried. Yeah.
That was fucking cool. I go back to what I was saying at the beginning. Like Christopher Nolan is one of the very few directors who will champion cinema and still carry the torch of making films the way the films are supposed to be made, minimal CGI. Most of it is all practical. All these huge sequences, they are done with so much effort. When you watch them on screen, you're just like in awe of it. Like when they're carrying the Trojan horse, and it's like it's all like this is all done practically. It's all done really like you're watching it in real time, sort of being done. It's just so astonishing. You know, the scene with the giants and the trees shifting, and like I don't know how the fuck this guy does it. He's a genius, you know. And then I would actually say that this is Christopher Nolan's first kind of foray into horror. You know, a lot of people were wanting Christopher Nolan to make a horror film. There's some horror elements in this film that can make you genuinely be like, this is actually pretty unsettling. You know, the pig scene, for example, that was really shocking to watch. Or the Cyclops. Sorry, that scene was also, there's some moments of tension there that we have not seen in a previous Christopher Nolan film. Like, this film had everything. Like, it really does define what it means to go on a fucking odyssey. Like, I enjoyed it, every minute of it. The music, the score was really well done. The ending,
which he will probably win another Oscar
Yes.
for.
the climactic ending of Matt Damon returning home to Ithaca and putting the you know, stringing the bow and, like, you know, shooting the arrow through the axe, like, and everyone reacting, and just it's just so fucking well done. Like, when that shit sent shivers down my spine when I saw that, you know.
Yeah, to your point, Alberto, and I apologize for kind of like, I want to piggyback what you're saying, is that there are so many iconic scenes in that movie from start to finish that, like, when was the last movie that you've seen that was just done so well where you're just like, that movie stood out, that scene stood out, that scene stood out from start to finish?
I honestly, maybe too early to say because I've only seen it the one time, but Dune Part 2 had some of that for me, you know. And
Agreed.
the Odyssey
Agreed.
is, it's one of those movies where you can pause it at any moment and you can just, it's a beautiful, like, well shot scene no matter where you're pausing it, which is credit to the cinematographer of the film. You know, like, it's just everything is so meticulously well done. Like,
Let me give you some examples, okay, of scenes that stood out and hit you pretty hard. You know, being on the first island, running into the Cyclops, and then not really being, you're just watching at this moment. There is no sense of fear or horror as of yet until the Cyclops picks up one of the soldiers and you hear it crunching
yeah, yeah,
as it takes a bite into the person. Okay. Then also going into another island and this girl is crying, and then screaming, and then she runs away, and then they're being hoarded by these giant knights with the trees moving.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. To the scenes of when their leader, I forget his name, in the black armor, when they finally opened the Trojan doors, and he's just standing there as a
yes,
presence, as a figure, and they all run in, to when he goes home and all you see is his back. You never see his face. They're undressing him. He meets with his wife and she kills him.
yep,
To when Odysseus finally goes home, and we've talked about this dog throughout the entire movie.
oh my god,
He
yeah,
saved his dog. He was about to throw the dog away, right? And then the dog's laying there in front of the castle, and he leans down. He touches the dog, you know, and the dog's like wagging its tail.
Yeah.
It's happy. It takes its last breath.
And he's able to pass
You know?
away. Yep.
Yeah, you know.
And that's when Tom
and then
Holland
to him,
realizes,
yes,
like, oh, you're.
to when he finally strings up his bow and dong,
Oh
that
my
build up,
god, that is so good.
that build up.
And what does that
You know?
signify, right? Because he like in early in the film, he's like, why do you do that? And it's like, what does he say that like it's like to give them
To show mercy,
to show
something
mercy.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
That's so
yeah,
good.
he like did it to the deer. He did it to the, you know, the changing of the pigs is so iconic. That horror element. So even when he like kills that deer, and then he walks up to it and it's a human, you know,
And it starts to set into him like, oh shit, like, yeah,
to finding out that Robert Pattinson's character traded his pick for Elliot Page because he wanted to stay behind,
yeah,
you know, and then to using Elliot Page as bait,
yeah.
right?
That's
And then to finally also understand that, and I missed a few. Obviously, I missed the singing moment when he's like strapped into that on the boat, and he wants to like hear them
the sirens.
the girls,
Yeah,
the sirens, you know, and he's like such a great scene as well. Even like understanding that he's like, we need to go home. I want to go home.
yeah.
And he doesn't want to go home because he broke Zeus's law. Did you guys not pick that up?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and he doesn't feel worthy
know?
to go back home.
Yeah, because they talk about Zeus's law throughout the entire movie about, you know, welcoming in your neighbor, you know, and all that stuff. And by building that Trojan horse,
You're breaking his law.
he broke Zeus's law. So he was like the smartest man in the room, obviously. And unfortunately, his arrogance and his pride and his wisdom really, he was a villain. Matt Odysseus in this movie was a villain.
Does that not
You know, and
remind
he
you
was
of
so much
Oppenheimer?
more of a villain.
Does that not remind you of
Say again?
Oppenheimer, Josh? Like in Oppenheimer,
We talked about this before. Actually, that is the one Christopher Nolan movie I have yet to see.
Oh, okay,
I don't
okay,
even know
okay.
why. I
So
need to see it, but I've heard. I know what you're talking about. I know where you're getting at.
So it's like drawing the comparison between those two. But yeah, no, this, yeah, it is. It's greatness, man. It's the movie of the year for me so far.
Yeah, it's either going to be this or Dune Part 3 for me. Those movies are going to go neck to neck. Yeah. Oh my God. I will say, and I will backtrack in our previous podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't put Christopher Nolan on the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Some of us on this podcast refused to put him on that Mount Rushmore. Is Christopher Nolan still not on that Mount Rushmore? That's my question to you, gentlemen.
Edgar, you've been quiet. Go ahead.
I have to see Odyssey to.
Do you have any interest?
I do. Just haven't had time. I think to you, Albert. Which one is his magnum opus? Is it Interstellar or this?
Look, man, I love Interstellar. I rewatched that movie last weekend to prepare for Odyssey. You know what? I think Odyssey might be his magnum opus, dude.
Hey.
I think this might be his magnum opus. I think this is Christopher Nolan's best movie. I'm sorry. But it has everything. It has everything you want.
Like what?
Did you not hear this fucking review? It has horror elements, it has action, it has heart, it has moments of tension, it has moments of joy, it has moments of sadness. There's some humor in here. Like, it has everything. It has everything. And it has a stacked fucking list of actors, dude. Only Christopher Nolan can make Benny Safdie look fucking intimidating in that suit of armor. I'm sorry, dude. Like, this movie
Which I felt was like really interesting when I found out it was him.
Yeah, when I heard that it was him, I was like, okay, but he actually kind of pulled it off.
Bowser Jr.? What?
Yeah. So, I mean, you want to know what my only criticism is? What? John Bernthal. He was just John Bernthal in this movie.
Great.
That's my only criticism.
Great.
Eric,
and I think there's a scene where he was like, no.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about my family. Oh, that's the wrong movie or whatever. I don't know, like, that's how it felt like. Like, he just was inserted into this movie that he didn't need to be in it. But apparently, Taylor,
I agree with Eric 100%. I don't think he has any range whatsoever.
Hey man, he's my guy right there. I don't care.
Do you take naps, Edgar?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's for the bird.
He don't like you, then he ain't your boy. You ain't his boy. I tell you that right. I agree with this. I hate to say this, and you can roll your eyes at me. I know everyone puts Interstellar in their top 5 greatest movies of all time. It's not on my list. I still think it's a great movie. This movie surpasses every Christopher Nolan movie.
I agree. And Eric, you chose Basement, and that's okay.
Fuck off.
Do you want to say any more, Eric? Because it feels like, was there any? I don't know. It just, your review left me very
distraught,
confused. Yes.
I know it came across as confusing, but I don't think giving it a pass on everything is just. You know, I think you guys highlighted points that had me believing it was great. There was nothing wrong with his transition from scene to scene, how he tied in stories to the next story to the next story. It never felt like there was a void of emptiness from transition to transition.
Just a void in the dialogue.
There was a void in the dialogue for me. But I'm telling you, everything else outweighs that. Because the reality is, it was not the worst dialogue I've ever watched in a movie. Not by any stretch.
What does that move? What does that belong to? That title?
Disclosure Day.
Oh, okay.
So
that was very easy. All right.
I'm being critical because this is a Christopher Nolan movie.
Mm-hmm.
I do think this is his best movie ever, for sure.
Okay.
It was by far his most well-rounded movie because it was one of the first movies that I've seen Christopher Nolan do where his execution of the fighting, the battling, it didn't fall short.
Agreed.
So when you're watching The Dark Knight, you can see the flaws, right? You're like, okay, this is a little, especially in The Dark Knight Rises at the end, it got almost a little too, like, I don't know if it was lazy or he just didn't know what was going on. He didn't know how to really properly execute it. It was not executed well. Whereas this one was the exact opposite. And to your point about the horror element, it did deliver some horror elements. The scene with the Cyclops was one of the better scenes, one of the better moments in the movie. Absolutely. It was just like pins and needles. You're kind of clenching your butthole a little bit.
Yeah.
I just think we can't let it get a 100% pass rate because the dialogue could have been better. I was a little.
What about the dialogue that was bad? Can you give me an example?
It felt very. and this is going to sound silly, but it just felt very Americanized. So in the opening scene,
Out of place.
it felt out of place. It felt out of place. I understand
So,
you
so is
can't.
that really bad dialogue, or is that just you just couldn't resonate with it?
I mean, it felt bad to me. To me, it felt bad.
No.
It just felt bad at moments. Now, listen, when that movie opened, there's the guy who's like pounding his staff at the beginning, right? He's pounding it and he's telling a story. And when you hear him speaking, he's using like American slang dialogue. Like that just, I don't know if that's like real dialogue. And we don't really know what dialogue was that time, but I know it wasn't Americanized slang like that, you know? Those are the little things that I thought could have been cleaned up, buttoned up, tightened up. But to everything else you guys were mentioning about where he strings the bow, he draws it, and you hear the ding, like that, all of this stuff was brilliant, and this is what kept me in it. I think I also felt maybe a little bit let down by Robert Pattinson's role. I thought there was going to be maybe a little bit better of kind of a back story villain, and it wasn't terrible. But I think I was hoping for a little bit more. But that's more of my problem. So
I agree with you. There's a couple of reasons why I give a pass to the dialogue. Is if you actually read Poem, the book, it's actually been the dialogue has changed numerous times because it is an extremely hard read. So it's been translated several times, and I think that's also why Christopher Nolan did that. Okay, he really wanted to modernize it, the dialogue, and again, that's why I agree with you to an extent, because in the first like 5 minutes, I kind of was like, I don't know, but then I was okay with it as it moved on.
Right. I
don't think the dialogue was bad. You know, I just obviously it was too modern for. It wasn't like watching Troy,
right?
Brad Pitt's Troy, right? You know, so I get where you're coming from, but I wouldn't say that it was bad dialogue. Now, Robert Pattinson's character, I read an article about this, and his job was to make you hate him through this entire movie, and he executed that so well. Another thing that I actually really do appreciate about Robert Pattinson is he just came from doing some action movies where he was a total badass. The Batman was actually one of them. How many times have you seen an actor play such a badass character and then do a movie where he's a complete loser, where you want to be hated on? You know, and that I respect him for, because, you know, you look like, I'll use Dwayne Johnson as an example. Jason Statham, these muscle-bounded action guys, and they're like, I want to put myself on this pedestal. I want to never show weakness. Da-da-da-da-da, right? This man played Batman, for Christ's sake. Right? He one of the most badass characters that's out there. Now you just saw him in another movie where he was a complete opposite coward villain, and you hated him. And the fact that he executed that so well, he's such a great actor. He's such a great actor.
Yep.
And I give my flowers to him for that.
He's gonna play Chris Hansen.
Oh, he is going to play Chris Hansen.
I did mention that I thought that Robert Pattinson, I said this the last podcast, he was one of these guys that has really elevated. So that's not a surprise.
Yeah.
I think you make an interesting point about the dialogue, and I'm glad you brought it up. And we don't need to go too deep down the rabbit hole, because this is a common thing in our society now, where we look at where we're at now as a society with vocabulary and how we understand things, how we write things, versus ancient text from the infancy of our species, and how black and white it really feels when you read it. It doesn't make sense, because they didn't have the capacity to write things that made sense. They just wrote what they thought.
Me feels
The
sad.
sky is
Shit like that.
The sky is falling. Oh, the sky must be falling. Didn't have the comprehension to understand that. So yes, the sky is falling because we are in the infancy of our species, and the sky is falling. And what are we going to do? So to your point, yes, you do have to rewrite things, change things, and be like, well, that doesn't make sense. So let's tweak it here. Let's tweak it there. And we've done this throughout our society. We just tweak and we tweak and we tweak, and it slowly gets lost to what it really, how it was written in primitive times, right? So that is a great point, and I'm glad you brought it up because we see this in a lot of ancient text where things are written, don't make sense, no punctuation, no context. It's very blah. So maybe misplaced is the right word. That is the criticism I have for it. It does not take away from it being great, because it was great. And so I know you guys were very passionate about it. That was just one thing that stood out to me. And I am hypercritical about things of that nature, and I recognize these things differently than maybe some of you do. And so, or I interpret it differently. So that's really the only criticism I had. And aside from John Bernthal, who had really no place in this movie, he has a place in acting, but this is not it. So I'm not sure how he ended up being in this movie, but he was, and credit to him. But Elliot Page was a far better role in a very small sample size. Far better, great acting. The scene where they're in Hades, and he comes back, that was just sensational. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
And so there was moments like that. There were just so many moments like that in this movie that's why I have it in greatness.
What he's saying is the negative outweighs the good stuff.
The positive outweighs
so
my one criticism. There's too many other factors that just made it great. And
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that makes more sense now.
And look, you asked me to go first, so of course it's going to be like hot out of the chamber. And look, Matt Damon, is he going to win an Oscar? Would it surprise me? No. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't bet against it. But it did feel like at times when you're a great leader, there was something missing to me a little bit about it. And maybe it's just a personal thing for me. Like delivering like that, I don't know, the moment when he strung the bow was his moment in the movie. But it didn't require any words. It just required the buildup of how well he built it from the beginning. And how he tied it to the end. That's what it was right there.
That's his execution. That's his job at the end of the day. He
executed that to perfection. In that regard.
This is sounding like a review now.
And there it is.
there it is.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah,
and he should be on the Mount Rushmore. I remember voting for him in. Josh voted him in. I think he was not voted in, but
who was he against?
I thought we did have him on there. Maybe I'm mistaken, but
I think we did. Yeah.
I know there was people that
we did it
of us that were not in favor.
There's Steven Spielberg. There was Quentin Tarantino, which was
James Cameron.
Was where we were kind of like a little iffy on. There's James Cameron.
I thought it was Nolan.
No, there was someone else.
It was James Cameron, Steven Spielberg. I don't think Quentin Tarantino was on it.
Was it Ryan Coogler?
No.
You
Shouldn't
sure?
have been. Maybe. That's a get that one out of here.
Was it John Carpenter?
Oh shit!
No.
we did.
Was it Guillermo del Toro?
No, I think it was Nolan.
Nolan wasn't in there.
We gotta rewatch it. I'm pretty sure we said
Jamie.
no. Because I remember it was like
pull it up.
Jamie, pull
we're
it
gonna
up.
put Quentin Tarantino on this.
Here,
If we're not gonna put Quentin Tarantino on this, we're not gonna put Christopher Nolan on it. I can tell you, Christopher Nolan is a notch above Quentin Tarantino right now.
Oh, well, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Quentin Tarantino certainly has his niche, and he belongs in a very unique category.
True.
But he does not. This is not something this is out of his range. He's all dialogue.
Yep.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
It's so, his dialogue is so great that it's hard to digest. It's hard to digest. Like, the average person can't sit down and watch a Tarantino movie and think what, like, and understand what is going on. It's too, you got to focus too hard on that. And it goes back to talking about, we're not doing hard copies of DVD. We're just putting things to streaming. We're just cutting out all these things that make things so much greater when you have extra steps involved. Because we're too impatient. We don't want to buy a DVD anymore. We don't want to fucking make action figures anymore. Like, what are we talking about? This is all a part of what makes things so great, and people remember the shows, the movies. Then there was the action figures, and then you got the DVD, the Blu-ray, because whatever, right? These things are getting lost because we're...
Give me an Odyssey toy line. Would love to see that.
What's that?
Give me an Odyssey toy line. I would love to see that.
Who knows?
By the way,
Yeah.
it was Agamemnon who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, the Agamemnon armor and his presence was unbelievable.
It was.
To your point, when they opened that gate and he's standing there, and that mask, dude.
Yeah.
You want to talk about one of the most goated masks I've ever seen on someone.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. And then on the back, he had like the spiny ponytail.
Do you know where that spine was from? Do you know why he had that spine on his helmet?
Please tell me, what is it?
That is his daughter that he sacrificed
Oh,
in order to win this.
Wow.
Yeah. See, what a
That
goated
is-
helmet!
that is
Brilliant.
cool.
Costume.
So brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the burden he had to wear.
That is yeah, and it also parallels, like, not parallels, but like when Agamemnon meets Odysseus in Hades, he tells him, like, hey, make sure that doesn't happen to you when you get back home. You know, like, you gotta basically, you gotta take control of your fucking house. You know, when you go back.
Wait, what happened?
And Odysseus is like, you haven't seen the movie or something. You know, and Odysseus goes back. And I like how there's that fine detail that he doesn't reveal who he is. Even when there's moments where he could have. Like, even with Tom Holland. And Tom Holland tells him, like, oh, you're Odysseus. You're my dad. And he's like, Odysseus.
I'm just a beggar.
I'm just a beggar, man. And what does Robert Pattinson say? Get these beggars out of here! Oh my god, that was such a good line too. Like, and him just hiding behind every fucking pillar and being like, "Grab the spears, grab the swords!" And it's like, what a fucking slithering snake he is, man. He doesn't want to do anything.
Then Denzel shows up, right?
Cool.
Like Denzel Washington.
Yeah, and then Denzel Washington comes in, and
I put cases on all you mother.
Yep, that's right. Punisher. No, but even that, when Matt Damon gives him back, it's like, and tell I forget Elliot Page's character, but it's like, I give him back his shame, and he, like, puts it in his mouth and fucking stabs him, like, just that. It's so good. It's really good. People need to go watch it. I know people are intimidated nowadays to go and be like, oh, it's almost 3 hours. I don't know. Just go go watch these movies, please. Go watch them.
The theaters.
Support the theaters. Yeah. Go watch movies that are long. Maybe not Bo's Afraid, but, like, you know what I mean. Go watch movies that are long, and enjoy them. Just enjoy them. Appreciate them. Appreciate the work it takes to put these films on screen for you to watch. Like,
it was supposed to be
exactly,
right?
You know, same thing with, like, video games, like fucking
buy the physical
discs, and, like, the toy. Like, I guess the biggest message, the biggest takeaway here is just, if you want to keep movies like this in cinemas, like The Odyssey, you have to fucking support it. You just have to support it. Okay, you gotta go watch them. You gotta keep them going. And Josh, yes, we will revise the Mount Rushmore. Christopher Nolan, if he wasn't in there already, he is cemented in that Mount Rushmore. He is one of the greatest directors of all time. And The Odyssey is greatness. So,
the GOAT in the last decade.
I don't think so.
I think it was Ryan Coogler that was on the list. I think it was.
I think he was too.
Because that was the discussion. Was I brought Ryan Coogler as the yeah.
Edgar. If Christopher Nolan is not the GOAT in the last 10 years, who is?
In the last 10
Please
years?
please don't say fucking Paul Thomas Anderson because you haven't seen any of his movies.
It's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, Albert G.
No,
Alberto.
he's talking about the other fucking Anderson.
No, it's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Whatever. Well, who is it?
The guy who did Bo's Trade.
All right. Well, look, I think we've said enough on this podcast. We had a topic in mind, but I think the Odyssey took the bulk of this episode, so we'll save the topic for another time. But we really do appreciate you listening and going on this Odyssey with us. Did you see what I did there?
Shit.
Oh, tying it all back. We really appreciate it. It's almost football season, so all you poor man sports fans out there, be ready. There will be new episodes coming out. Eric, tell them what they have to look forward to when Poor Man Sports comes back, as well as signing us off.
Well, hopefully they look forward to actually seeing videos, right? Putting together content, number one. It's got to be content in order for it to be exciting. No, football, it's around the corner. We're getting ready to get into preseason here in a couple weeks, and I'm excited. Can't wait. It was a sour ending to the season, and I think that for the Birds, it's been a refresh. I'm expecting big things from the Eagles this year, and they're not going to have the pressure from the Super Bowl victory that they had 2 years ago. They have released the baggage, and I think that's going to serve them well. I think we're going to be able to see an offense that does not feel so imprisoned by one player that just needs the ball at every moment. And I think you're going to see balance. And then on the Broncos side, I think you're going to see a team that is going to have very high expectations. They are a very high Super Bowl favorite.
Really? Oh.
There's going to be a lot for them. They got a very difficult opening schedule, followed by a pretty, what seems to be easier ending to their schedule. It's very weird. Broncos have a very weird schedule. Their first 6 games are incredibly challenging, at least when you look at it from last season's results. So every year is different. You never really know. But they do have some very difficult games earlier in the year, followed up with like 8 games where they're favored by at least 5 or more points as of right now. So a lot to look forward to. I think that we could see Eagles-Broncos in the Super Bowl. I think it's very realistic. I think it would be a dream for Josh and I in terms of fans, right? And knowing each other. So I have high hopes and expectations for both teams. And we want to talk about it, and hopefully we're going to be able to deliver as much as we can. It will be tough to squeeze in another episode when we do this, but we're going to try to make it work. So that's our plan, and we're right around the corner. Go Birds!
Go Birds! And in the world of WWE, we got Roman Reigns. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do it. Yeah, go Birds!